Yeah, let's make some foam. Wow, Ron, this stuff really expands.
Yes, it does, Kent. This product is shot on at about 1,200 pounds of pressure and about 150 degrees heated to the gun, and the exothermic chemical reaction of the two products 50 degrees. Heats it up about another degrees and 1,200 pounds of pressure, and it actually expands at a ratio of 1 to 120.
Boy, that stuff, it covers every nook and cranny, doesn't it, Ron?
You can bet you there's not going to be any...
That's unbelievable.
This is another one of those special areas that we've talked about insulating with foam. We're looking at a typical kitchen wall, exterior wall, and we have plumbing and water supply piping and wires and electrical outlets and all sorts of penetrations in that wall. If I were to ask you to insulate that wall with fiberglass or one of the other typical insulations that are around, how would you go about it? What would you do?
Well, it'd be a cut and paste job around all that piping and electrical boxes in there.
Okay, cut and paste, and the fiberglass, as an example, would end up being compressed. And what happens to the R value when you compress fiberglass? This is a trimming process that I promised to show you, Kent. And as you can see, that's a special tool with a long saw blade on it. And what this does is affords us to cut the foam even with the faces of the studs so that the sheetrockers don't have any problem when they come in behind. Another area we're looking at here, Kent, that just really can't be addressed by other insulations are vaulted ceilings and cathedral ceilings that we see in many, many of the homes today. Again, those architects have gone nuts and trying to make them look pretty. If I were to ask you to insulate this area with a traditional insulation, fiberglass, the first of those special areas that we were talking about with a home, and it's what we call a subfloor. And we see a lot of this today. You know, the architects are trying to use every square foot of the home that they can possibly use.
Absolutely have to.
You know, and we see a lot of what they call bonus rooms out over the garage.
Right.
And that's what we're looking at, is the floor or the subfloor of a bonus room. And with traditional types of insulation, fiberglass, cellulose, that type of thing, due to gravity, you know, those products are going to fall away inside, and you're not going to get any insulation. Yeah. And I'm sure you've had a lot of homeowners that have complained to you over the years that, you know, this one room...
Air conditioning duct leakage. The vent side of the air conditioning system operating at a positive pressure and the return side operating at a negative pressure. A lot of leakage. Plus, the return
the bottom
side
line
is pretty simple. Our comprehensive program of importantly, your home is going to save you about 50% on your air conditioning and heating costs. Combine that with the elimination of any kind of an exterior wrap, the elimination in most parts of the country vapor barriers, and the downsizing of tonnage required to air condition the home.
So there's substantial